Hello and welcome back to another episode of Scoville Scouts. You've seen the internet sensation Hot Ones. You know what we're about ready to do here. We have 10 wings increasing in Scoville value, interesting guests, and some great questions. So with that, let me introduce our guest to you. Kevin Eldridge, General Manager, Great Wolf Lodge, Mason, Ohio. Kevin, thank you for coming out today.
Thanks, Mick. I'm excited to be here and a little terrified at the same time.
Yes. Well, you're originally from Cincinnati. You grew up in Xenia. Mm-hmm. You've done 16 years working for Kings Island and the parks there.
I did.
And then you left and relocated to go to Great Wolf Lodge as the aquatics director. Was that Kansas City?
Yeah, no. First it was Williamsburg, but you're right, about 16 years at Kings Island is where I began my career and enjoyed that experience immensely. And then about 14 years ago, I was recruited away by Great Wolf Resorts. And my first lodge there was in Williamsburg, Virginia. So I spent about just a couple of years in Williamsburg, Virginia, and then went down to Texas, Grapevine, just outside of Dallas, for about 8 years, and then was up in Kansas City for a couple before coming back home to Mason. So certainly glad to be back in the Ohio area and home again, and back at the Mason Lodge. So.
And a UC graduate.
Yes, I'm absolutely a Bearcat, huge Bearcat fan, Bearcat basketball and football, all sports really. So.
Well, let me ask you, have you done anything special to prepare for these wings?
Well, I had some conversations today, and I've got a chocolate milkshake here in my Sammy Squirrel cup. And I have some emergency things in my bag here next to me. So, but I'm going to be honest with you, Mick. I'm terrified.
Well, I know the lodge serves wings, and they use Frank's Red Hot, which is 450 Scovilles.
Okay.
We're starting off 4 times hotter with the Hot Ones Classic. It's 1,800 Scovilles, and that's the first wing on your board there.
That's where we're starting off.
That's where we're starting off.
I'm a bit terrified, but let's give it a shot. That's pretty tasty.
Right. I know the lodge is getting ready for some great fall activities. Can you tell us about some of the special events that take place seasonally at the lodge?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's fun to visit anytime at the lodge, but certainly we have 4 big seasonal events at the lodge. And in the fall coming up will be Halloween, Hallowfest. And then in the wintertime we move into Snowland. And in the spring we have Spring Breakout. And in the summer, it's Summer Camp-In. So, and that's just a way for us to offer different activities and kind of freshen up the experience and provide different things for guests who visit us more frequently. There's always something to come back and do that'll be different. And it's a great time to visit. Like during Hallowfest, we have, costume parades and Monster Bash dance parties and all kinds of fun stuff like that.
And I've at the Snowland experience and the big kickoff for that, I know, very interesting. So.
Yeah, lots, always different plan of entertainment for that. But the big attraction and draw to Snowland will always be that we have snow in the lobby, indoors every night, and the kids absolutely love that.
All right. Well, with that, let's move on to wing number 2. This is Heartbeat Pineapple Habanero. It's 12,200 Scovilles.
Holy cow. What are we going for, 1 million Scovilles here?
We'll actually eclipse that.
Oh, no. This is terrifying. I do like chicken wings.
All right, a few years ago, I took my wife and kids to Gatlinburg, and they have a standalone event down there called Magi Quest, where we bought them wings or wands and stuff.
Yeah.
And they played a game. but I know the lodge also has MagiQuest built in there. Is this open to the guests, to the public? Is it something anybody that has been to Gatlinburg or collected their wands from somewhere else, can they come in there and be activated and play there?
They absolutely can. So MagiQuest was created by a company called Creative Kingdoms, and they built some standalone locations around the country. There was one there in Gatlinburg, one in Myrtle Beach, and a couple other places, and then certainly in all of our lodges. And we found that it was such an attractive piece of our experience that we actually, Great Wolf purchased Creative Kingdoms and solely owns Creative Kingdoms now. But yes, in those couple of standalone locations, if you are playing there, you can actually come into the lodge and reactivate your wand and play in the lodge. And there's actually lots of activities that guests can come in and play who aren't necessarily staying at the lodge, but you can come and enjoy the arcade, play MagiQuest, our mini bowling or mini golf. Those things are available to guests in the community or locals for sure.
That's awesome. That's great. Wing number 3, it is High River Chiba Gold Barbados style Scotch Bonnet. This is a new wing we've added for this season. We didn't have this one in last year, but it comes in at 28,000 Scoville.
28,000 Scovilles. Now, there's not going to be a test on those names because that was
the bottles are right here. You
there was like 20 adjectives in that name. I'll never remember them all. All right.
I can tell you some of these you won't remember the name. Mm-hmm. Some of these you're never going to forget.
He says things like this. It's terrifying.
All right. Great Wolf isn't just a hotel and a water park. There's a major conference center there as well. What type of events do you host? Is it weddings and...
Yeah, sure. Our conference center is actually a very large facility, about 20,000 square feet. And we host the things that you might expect, any kind of school or youth activities, sports banquets, dance competitions, cheerleading camps, things like that. But we also host things that you might not necessarily expect. We have formal business functions. Many of the large companies in Greater Cincinnati use our facility for conferences. We can hold trade shows in there. We do a big trade show for a towing association every year.
Coming up soon.
And several others. So lots of different things that can coexist with your Great Wolf experience, or it can be completely separate from it. And we do big weddings all the time.
I think even the Standard Council has been a regular in the conference center. So, all right. Now the next wing, I have to apologize. That is not burnt.
Okay.
That is the Bravado Spice Company, Ghost Pepper and Blueberry, and it's the blueberry you see making it dark. It's 28,000 Scoville.
28,000. Okay. When I hear that ghost, I think of ghost pepper.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and I've never heard good things about that, Nick. What have you set me up for?
This is not bad. This
No?
is actually a very good sauce.
28,000 Scoville, huh? All right, let's give it a shot. You can actually taste the blueberry in the wing. Yeah. Okay.
That's a very good sauce. All right, as we talked about earlier, many years ago you worked next door to Great Wolf at Kings Island. Mm-hmm. What are some stories or things you can share about working there?
Oh, stories about Kings Island. I spent the first 16 years of my adult life there and learned so much. And I think more than sharing an individual story, what I'll tell you is what I got out of it. And that is just lifelong friends. When I started at Kings Island, like you said, I was born and raised up in a smaller town called Xenia, Ohio. And I started to work down there when I was 16 years old. And what Kings Island meant for me was an opportunity to sort of break out of my shell. I was a bit of a quiet, sort of timid person in high school and sort of had a really small group of friends and acquaintances. And there, the world just opened up. You know, it was a fresh start. People didn't know me from sort of my social circles at school. And, you know, if you know anything about me today, you know I'm not quiet and shy. So I think that's what I'd tell you about Kings Island is just the huge opportunity to meet such a diverse group of people with different backgrounds, and it really led to opportunities that just changed my world and introduced me to the world. And I think that, like Kings Island, Great Wolf is that same opportunity for you to come there and have a job, either one that's early, you know, a first job maybe if you're young, or if you're thinking about a different career, you come there and you can meet just such a diverse group of folks who have different backgrounds, and you can build lifelong friends, which is the most meaningful thing to me.
And I know the employees there are referred to as the pack of employees, and a lot of very high energy people and kids experience, and even in the gift shop and the water park with, and that's reflective of the guest experience to have people with the high energy, much like you'd have at Kings Island. So.
Yep, passionate people who love what they do, and it's a lot different than some of the traditional jobs that you might have in retail or food and beverage, because you've got sort of that elevated experience. You've got people coming in from out of town, staying with you, and they're there to have fun. They're there on vacation, so it's a fun place to be.
All right, we're going to move on to the fifth wing here in just a second, but I will share a story with you. We were thinking, because Great Wolf Lodge does sell wings, a lot of great food, and we're going to talk about that in this next question, but we had wanted to actually use some of the wings from Great Wolf Lodge to do this. And when the head executive chef, who's very careful about everything that comes out, found out what we wanted to do with the wings, he wanted no part of it being with his wings, but
Sure.
Rightfully so, because some of them are very tasty, and some of these wings, not nearly as much.
Yeah.
But the fifth wing here is the Hot Ones Los Calientos, and it's 36,000 Scovilles.
36,000, and we're going to $1 million
to 2 million. All right. With that, can you tell us about the restaurant and the lodge, the various different dining experiences, both in the conference center and throughout the lodge?
Yeah, so the conference center, we offer full-service catering out there. And then, as you know, in the lodge, we have a couple of sit-down restaurants. The Lodge Wood-Fire Grill, which is a la carte menu, steaks, pastas, all kinds of things, handhelds as well. And then the Loose Moose Buffet. We serve a breakfast buffet every morning, and also typically we do a dinner buffet as well. And then we have some quick service, lots of quick service areas too. So Dunkin' Donuts, which is super popular with kids in the morning. We have Hungry as a Wolf Pizza, our Bear Paw Sweets and Treats. So that's kind of the confectionery, ice cream. We have a baker, Chris. You probably met Chris. Chris, who comes in and cooks for us bakes for us every morning, fresh pastries that are sold there in Bear Paw. And then we have Buckets. Buckets is kind of our quick service in the water park, serving burger, handhelds, chicken tenders, burgers, that kind of thing.
Awesome. How are you holding up so far?
I'm gonna need some water.
That's fine. All right. Wing number 6 is Torchbearer Garlic Reaper.
Reaper.
It's 116,000 Scovilles.
Did you say a Grim Reaper? Torchbearer Grim Reaper?
Garlic.
Garlic.
There's a lot of garlic in this sauce. You'll be able to taste it.
Okay.
But it being the Reaper pepper, we're kind of moving up into some of the hotter peppers.
Okay. Can you see that my hand's shaking here?
All right, let's take a minute and talk about aquatics, because it is the biggest attraction. All right. How many gallons of water run through that water park? And the other question I had was about the staffing. How are the staff trained to have that many lifeguards certified? Do you do that in-house, or is that done out?
Yeah, of course. Wow, that one got me. Wow. Give me a second. I'll answer that in a minute. Oh my goodness. Staff. Water park. Lots of water. I think I could drink it all right now. There's over 500,000 gallons of water in our water park. All of it is filtrated and recirculated. And lifeguards, we do train our lifeguards. We use a consultant called Ellison Associates who run an international lifeguarding agency, and we certify all of our guards through them. And they're trained in CPR, first aid, and lifeguarding's really come so far now. They actually get training in supplemental oxygen and the use of an AED and all kinds of really neat stuff that is available to these lifeguards. And we provide all that training. You don't need it before you come. We pay you to go through the training. We pay for the certification, and we take care of all that on site. If you have experience with the Red Cross or Boy Scouts lifeguarding, it certainly will help you through the class, and it'll be beneficial to you. Yeah, lots of training that we provide and pay for, and it's life skills, right? It's something that you'll keep with you for the rest of your life. So,
Okay.
oh my, I might need some first aid right now.
We're going to take a small step here because the next wing up is the bomb, Beyond Insanity. It's 135,600 Scovilles.
Okay. Whew. This thing looks mean. It does. It looks mean.
It is. I'm not going to lie. That's normally the one that trips most people up. But All right. What are some secrets? Well, not secrets, but tips for families who want to come to the hotel and water park. Are there days that are more affordable, discounts, or other things people can look for?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, discounts. It's best to come during the week, or maybe when schools at other areas are in session, and maybe your specific school's not, midweek. And then also, if you wanted to join our Preferred Pack Club online, you can save a lot of money that way too. It doesn't cost anything to join that club. Oh my goodness. What have you done to me, Mick?
The good news, it does go away. If you've got a lifeline or something else you want to grab for.
Yeah. I brought first aid ice pack. Oh, goodness. Woo.
All right. Well, up next is wing number 8. And
Wait, let's review. How many Scovilles was that last one?
136,000. Do you want to know how much the next one is?
No. Less than 136, right?
It's 682,000. It is the Dingo Sauce Company Widowmaker.
I need this ice. Terrible. What did you do? Oh my.
And if you just want to take a small bite, we'll move forward.
Do people make it through this?
Everyone has so far.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
All right. Let me ask you. I know there's several other things to do at the lodge that we haven't touched on. To test your mental stability under the hot sauces, let's see how many of them you can name.
I can't name any. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm naming amenities at the lodge.
Yep.
Okay. Magic Quest.
Yep.
Howling One Mini Golf.
Yep.
Northern Lights Arcade.
Yep.
obviously Wiley's Water Park, the outdoor pool, Raccoon Lagoon. Ooh. My goodness. Loose Moose Buffet.
We got that.
The Lodge Wood Fire Grill. I named the restaurants right. We have a workout facility called the Iron Horse Gym. Whew. You want me to name all the attractions in the water park?
The only one I think that you might have missed was the candy store.
I did. And Buckhorn Exchange. I don't know if I mentioned that.
The gift shops. Yep.
Yep. Very good. Build-A-Bear.
All right. Well, the ninth wing here is Mad Dog 357, 25th anniversary edition. It's a million Scoville.
I'm beside myself.
The hardest question for last. Like most employers, staffing right now has to be one of the toughest challenges the lodge is facing. What are you doing to ensure staffing levels, and how can people learn what positions at Great Wolf Lodge are available, and what training is needed or what training is provided?
You can go to our website, greatwolf.com. On the bottom, there's a careers tab. Learn about all the open positions. Currently, to fill positions, we're working with our community partners and doing a lot of different recruiting. And really focusing on different areas where we know people are engaging. And a lot of that social media channels. So recruiting on Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram and YouTube. I'm gonna need some more milkshake.
And I could use a few more of the blue towels if somebody will.
And an ice pack.
All right.
What do we got there?
We are up to the last one. This is the Last Dab Reaper Edition by Hot Ones.
Oh my goodness.
Traditional, put a little extra on the last wing. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Are my lips still there?
They're there.
I can't feel them anymore. Oh my goodness.
This is 2 million Scoville.
Cheers, my friend. Thank you. I think. Oh my goodness.
All right, you made it to the end, and now's your opportunity to tell us about anything about the lodge that we haven't heard. You've got 6 cameras to choose from, 2 minutes. What would you like to tell us about the lodge?
This is. I'm so sorry.
The good news is when you're actually speaking, it does help. It's when you stop speaking for a second.
What I'd like to tell you is that Great Wolf's a great opportunities for families local and in the area to come and even if you're local, to spend a quick vacation and have a good time and play with your family. But it's also, if you're looking for an opportunity, a great place to work. And you can meet some great friends there, have a great opportunity, and Nick, I can't get anything out. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Kevin, thank you very much for being with us today. great sport, and we love the wonderful things you do up there at Great Wolf Lodge. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Mix. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness.